Hi, this is Donna with the Waldorf Connection, and I want to welcome you to our video series all about first grade success and how to avoid some of the pitfalls that you may encounter when you are just getting started. And I want to talk in this first video about the challenges that you have as a mom coming to Waldorf and getting ready to start first grade. So I know a lot of you are really brand new to Waldorf. Maybe you've just discovered it and said, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I want. Maybe you've been learning about it for a little while, and now you're trying to put everything all together. But I just want to say that I think the first grade year can be one of the hardest. Whether you are brand new to Waldorf, well, maybe especially if you're brand new, or even if you've been doing it a few years, as I was. When I found Waldorf, my kids were like 3.5. And we started preschool, and I taught them, a preschool and 2 years of kindergarten before I even attempted. Of course, they were old enough to do first grade, but I remember clearly getting ready that summer before first grade and how I felt so unsure. I had no idea what I was doing, if what I was doing was correct. I didn't know how to put everything all together. I felt totally overwhelmed with the amount of things and skills that I had to learn in order to teach my girls. And I just felt like I was lost, and it was taking so much time to try to figure everything out that I didn't have the energy left to actually do the teaching. So if any of that sounds familiar, then I'm so glad you're here, and I'm so glad you've decided to come get a little bit of training and support to help you along on your journey. So what I have tried to do over the years with my programs, with my trainings, even with my first grade curriculum that's coming out, is to fill the holes, to fill the gaps, to actually take the knowledge that I know that you need and give it to you exactly when you need it. So taking you step by step through this journey, because there is so much to learn and there's so many things out there, and it's really hard. You can feel like you're just chasing your tail and just going around in circles, because you start this, then you see this, oh, and then I have to do this and I have to do that, and it'd be like, I don't know what to do. So what I've tried to do is to clear all that fog and mystery away and say, okay, right now, if this is where you are, this is what you need. This is what you need to do first. This is what you need to do next. And I find by having that map, or by having a step-by-step guide, or just something to follow, it really changes the way that you teach. It changes the whole atmosphere of your home. And I have seen this time and time again with my clients that I coach privately, with those who have gone through my training courses, and I hear it. I hear success stories all the time saying, I was ready to give up. I didn't think I could do it. My husband wasn't sure if I could pull it off, and I was about ready to have to send my kids off to school, but I really, really wanted this for them. And after following through on my system, it was like a brand new homeschool. They felt confident. They felt they understood what they were doing. They were more relaxed and saying, oh, if you're confident about something, if you understand and know what you're doing, of course you're going to be relaxed. You're not going to be frustrated, and you're going to feel a sense of, wow, this is really fun. And that's what eventually happened to me in my own homeschool with my girls. Once I got some training from some mentors, once I spent the time and energy to figure everything all out, and it took several years for me to really feel that I was up to speed and know that what I was doing was correct. Then I could really relax and say, oh my gosh, this is really fun. I love sharing this information with my children. I love doing all of the artistic skills and telling the stories and watching them, just kind of come alive as they learn the information. That's the fun part. That's the stuff that I want for you. I want you to have a homeschool that you're excited every day to wake up and say, oh my gosh, I can't wait to bring this story to my child, and that your child can't wait to say, oh, Mommy, when are we going to start homeschool? That's what I would get from my girls. They would say, come on, let's start school. And I thought, wow, I mean, what else could I want for them but to be excited to learn and to be excited about me teaching them. And that's what you want. You want to have a relaxed atmosphere. You want to have something that you enjoy doing, because it is a commitment. You have committed to be your child's educator, whether it's just for this year or you are committed for the long run. It's you, and you have to be an effective teacher. You have to know what you're doing in order to give your child what they need, whether it's just for first grade or every grade. You want to make sure that you're doing your best and that you are giving them the foundation they need, whether they intend to go on to school later on or to college or whatever. You want to give them this foundation. And I think this first grade year can be really tough, because everything that you've been reading about, everything that you've been looking on blogs or studying, it all suddenly has to culminate into you actually doing it. And my big motto that I say to my moms and in my programs is that I'd rather have you spend that time actually doing it, actually painting with your child, actually drawing, actually taking a nature walk, or knitting, or doing some project, or baking, than just like scrambling around at your computer or through stacks of books, wondering what to do and if you're doing it right. We have limited time and energy these days. I know you probably have more than one child, or a part-time job, or just household to deal with, or animals on a homestead. There are so many things that we're involved in these days, and we don't have the time to be studying for hours a day, planning out our lessons, and hoping that we're getting it right. I want you to be confident. I want you to understand everything you're doing so that you can bring this to your child in a way that's enjoyable for everyone. So I'm so glad that you're here for our video series. On the next video, I'll be delving into these pitfalls that you could fall into when you're just getting started. We're going to go through these pitfalls and how you can avoid them. I would love to hear your comments below on how you are feeling right now. Maybe you're excited, maybe you're worried. Tell me what your challenges are. Tell me what you are hoping to get out of this first grade year. I'd love to chat with you below, and I'll see you on the next video.